Reacher Season 3 Finale's action climax teased by Star. Everything we did is headed towards that. Reacher Season 3's finale is fast approaching, and the final showdown between Alan Ritchson's hero and the powerful yet evil Quinn is sure to be explosive. Actor Roberto Montesinos, who plays DEA agent Guillermo Villanueva, teased one die-hard-esque action sequence in particular that will blow fans' minds. Villanueva, or Villy for short, has been an interesting character to watch, especially as he pointed out the dangers of Reacher's vengeful methods early on before growing ever warmer to them. He is extremely loyal to Susan Duffy Sonia Cassidy, who has fallen for Reacher over the course of Season 3, thus complicating their initial goal of taking down Quinn and Beck's drug-running operation. Given that the protagonist's mission is already complicated by his thirst for revenge after Cole's death, and that Duffy is fully focused on rescuing her information Teresa Daniel, the duo needs a voice of reason like Villanueva on their team. Screen Rant interviewed Montesinos about his beloved supporting role in Reacher Season 3, and the actor explained how he approached Villanueva's initial wariness towards the leading man versus his protective feelings for Duffy. He also previewed one of the biggest action scenes to come in the finale, and revealed how Ritchson helped him reach a new level with his acting. Reacher's stunt training will be put to excellent use in the Season 3 finale. The action in Reacher is top-notch, and the actors go through what the crew calls Stunt University to prepare for their scenes, something that will bear plenty of fruit in the incredible Season 3 finale. Montesinos described the experience with enthusiasm. They'd start with hand-eye coordination, hand-foot coordination, and then from there, it would proceed to whatever stunt we were going to be doing. There'd be 3 stunt men doing the same exact steps, so I'd see the proper way to do it from every angle. He gushed about the crew. Their patience with me was incredible. We'd train for 2 hours, and then just talk. He also began to exercise more, for which he credited star Alan Ritchson. Alan said this thing, "When I go to the gym, I'm not going to the gym. I'm going to work." Before, he admitted, "I was going to the dungeon. I was going to the torture chamber. Now, I'm going to work, which I love." It sounds like the slow burn will pay off in an explosive way. That training will come in handy for next week's finale, where Villanueva gets his own action hero moment in a big showdown. When asked what he could tease about the episode, Montesinos revealed, "There was a long choreography session with the stunt guys that showed up there." He added that it took months to prepare. "Everything we did was headed towards that sequence, and I just loved it. I loved it." Reacher exacting vengeance on Quinn has been a long time coming, and it sounds like the slow burn will pay off in an explosive way. One more thing he could tease about the finale. His favorite smart-ass comment from Reacher yet, "I can't give it away, but I was laughing for weeks." Screen Rant, you served in the U.S. Navy's nuclear power program. Did that experience influence your approach to playing a seasoned DEA agent like Villanueva? Roberto Montesinos, absolutely. In the book and in the script, it said that Guillermo Villanueva was a 30-year veteran of the DEA. My parents were born in Colombia, and they were really upset about Pablo Escobar. So, in my imagination, especially during the strike when I was reading the script over and over, I imagined what would happen if I left the Navy after 8 years and volunteered for the DEA. I'm bilingual, so I could have gone down there and worked with narcos and all that stuff. That was the imaginary backstory that I created. Plus, in my last 4 months on the ship, I was taken off the chain of command for the 2 nuclear reactors. So I was more like an advisor to the new guys running the show. I would talk in their ear, just like somebody did to me when they left. I also had the opportunity to witness about half a dozen senior chiefs and master chiefs, E8s and E9s. They would talk to me and ask how it was going, especially when I first became an advisor. At one point, I was in charge of about 30 people, and I treated them like little brothers, which is how I treated Duffy. She was my favorite student, and I was an instructor. At the Nuclear Power Training Unit in New York, it was just so amazing to be teaching people who are 1 or 2 years younger than you, or 1 or 2 years older than you. The level of responsibility was so high, and I gave that to Villanueva. That's what I was hoping to bring to the character, my 8 years in the Navy. The anticipation is boiling over for Reacher Season 3, and now fans have even more reason to count down the days. Star Alan Ritchson, the powerhouse behind the titular role, has dropped an electrifying tease about the show's season finale, promising a climax that will reward viewers in the most intense way possible. In a recent interview, Richardson didn't hold back when talking about the season's explosive endgame. "Everything we did is headed towards that," he said, hinting that every beat of character development, every cryptic clue, and every bone-crunching brawl throughout Season 3 is strategically leading to a finale that could be the most thrilling moment in Reacher history. That's saying something. After 2 seasons packed with brutal takedowns, cunning investigations, and moments of steely-eyed heroism, Reacher has already cemented itself as a new benchmark for action-packed television. But if Richardson's words are any indication, the Season 3 finale won't just raise the bar, it might blow it away entirely. A built-up storm of violence and injustice. According to Richardson, the creative team knew from the beginning how Season 3 would end. "We didn't stumble into this," he said. "The finale was always the North Star." That sense of direction is palpable throughout the season. From the first episode, Reacher's been navigating a minefield of betrayal, Black Ops secrets, and shadowy enemies who may have underestimated just how far he's willing to go. Each episode layers tension and stakes, from quiet moments of character introspection to heart-pounding set pieces where Reacher's fists do the talking. Viewers have already speculated online that this season, adapted from Persuader, Lee Child's 7th Reacher novel, might be the most personal story yet, as Reacher goes undercover and faces a ghost from his past. Richardson's cryptic tease suggests that all roads lead to a final confrontation that's not just physically intense, but emotionally charged. A finale designed for impact. While specific plot details remain tightly under wraps, insiders have described the finale's climax as a meticulously choreographed storm, a mix of explosive action, moral reckoning, and character payoff. Richardson hinted that fans should prepare for a twist that reshapes their understanding of everything that came before. "Jack Reacher is methodical," he said. "He doesn't react, he calculates." That mindset shaped how he built the finale. Every moment this season is a stepping stone to something that hits hard, both in the gut and in the heart. Filmed on location with practical effects and Richardson performing many of his own stunts, the finale reportedly includes the series' longest continuous action sequence to date, something akin to a controlled demolition of everything Reacher's enemies thought was secure. Fans brace for a big payoff. Online communities have already begun decoding the trailer frames and behind-the-scenes stills, searching for clues about the ultimate confrontation. Who will Reacher face in the final act? What personal demons will resurface? And how will he walk away if he walks away at all? What's clear is that Season 3 is building toward a crescendo that promises to satisfy longtime fans and newcomers alike. If previous finales were freight trains of fury and justice, this one might be a runaway missile. And with Richardson himself hyping it up as the destination of everything the season has carefully built, expectations are sky high. As the release date draws closer, one thing is